The Avro now, Hanson climbing away, and the Vulcan will run in to commence display. What I'm sure most of you know is that sadly the 558 now is coming to the end of its life, but it's permitted to fly. It still flies absolutely beautifully. It's been a joy to fly for me this year and for the past 8 years, and it's been very well maintained by all our engineers up at Doncaster, and we've hardly had a single thing wrong with it all year. One tiny little hiccup on the undercarriage where all it needed was a little bit more fluid and a bit of bleeding in the air, and apart from that, that's all we've had. But sadly it is coming to an end, and this display here today at Old Warden is genuinely its last public display ever. So you're all very honoured to be seeing it, and I'm sure that there'll be a few, or not too many, dry eyes at the end of it. 558 came into service 55 years ago, and she still looks as good as new and still flies just as well as new. The number 558 is rather coincidentally 55 years and 8 years of displaying with Vulcan the Sky Trust. Absolute delight to so many people. We know that. We know everybody absolutely, or certainly so many people almost worship the aircraft. Those of us who fly it primarily love flying it, but don't let any of you think that we don't care about it just as much as you. So it's coming in now, stage right, for what will be a slightly unconventional Vulcan display, but in essence the same.
You got tissue, Nick?
Because of all the villages that we have to avoid here, don't be too concerned. It's just a little bit of a wide display, but Phil will be doing his best to give you as much noise as possible, and certainly to show this beautiful aeroplane off to its best ability. Coming right now, come in on straight towards the crowd, and we'll be pulling up into we call it a spiral climb. It doesn't go very high, but it enables us to put full power on for a good few seconds to make the earth shake. Jonathan is a very lucky, I call him a young man, some of you call him a bit older, but he's also the chief test pilot of Rolls-Royce, and he has his own Spitfire PR-19 as well to play with. Wait for the noise. Design for this aircraft, initially designed by Roy Chadwick in the late 1940s, was that Britain needed a nuclear bomber, and it needed one big enough to carry a large bomb, but it had to be able to climb to 50,000 feet, hence the lot of power that it had. It also had to manoeuvre up at that height, and in its era, nothing could outmanoeuvre it at above 50,000 feet. None of the fighters of that generation could outmanoeuvre it, and it would have even been very, very hard to be shot down by air-to-air missiles, and the surface-to-air missiles were not very well developed either. Since the Shore tragedy, I'm afraid there have been restrictions put on all vintage jets, and the Vulcan is no longer allowed overland display to use more than 60 degrees of bank. Hence, there was no big wing over just there. Kev Ruman's famous for his rather over bank wing overs, but I'm afraid we can't do it here. Waiting now should come in and go into a left turn, wait for the bomb doors to open. There we go. Sadly, the Vulcan has to come to the end of its life, not because of a lack of funding, because we've had so much magnificent support from the general public over the years, but purely because it's no longer permitted to fly without the companies, the large engineering companies who monitor the safety of the aircraft, and none of them have the expertise, I reckon, anymore to keep an eye on this aircraft. So this is why it's coming to an end. Doors closing. Turning back round now, and then we'll come back in for probably the last time you may be hearing that roar of these wonderful Olympus engines. I now think, there goes the car alarm. Now, I now feel you're going to get one more chance for that. They couldn't leave you with just that. So, the good news about this is that the aircraft will continue up at Doncaster. It will be a living, breathing aircraft, but no longer in the air. We'll still be offering tours around it. We hope people will still support it, because we still need your support and your money to see the next phase of this flight, which is moving ahead quite well to become an aviation academy.